Hey everyone, and welcome back to Sales with Value. This is our 5th episode, and we're calling this one The Art of Connecting with Customers. Now, let me ask you something. What if the most important thing you're selling isn't actually your product? Today, we're going to dive into a single, powerful truth that can completely transform your sales results and, honestly, build a career that really truly lasts.
Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. Think about it. It's not about the latest special offer or the big discount or even the product itself. Well, not at first anyway. It's all about you. And that right there, that's the core idea we are going to unpack today.
You know, this simple truth, it's really the key to unlocking long-term success. It's how you build a rock-solid defense against even your toughest competition. And the best part? It's not about spending hours and hours with a client. It's about making a real, genuine impact in just a few short minutes.
Look, the first sale you ever make isn't what's in your bag. It's you. It's always you. Because when a retailer trusts you as a person, guess what? They're going to trust your brand. They're going to trust whatever it is you're selling. And that connection, that bond of trust, that's something no competitor, no matter how big, can just come in and break. So, to see how this whole idea actually works in the real world, let's dive into a story that just perfectly illustrates it. We're going to talk about a guy named Aryan.
So Arian was the super hardworking snack salesman, right? But when he first started, he was basically, well, a machine. His pitch was totally robotic, all about the transaction. You can just picture it. Hello, I have a new scheme, will you take the goods? I mean, yeah, it's efficient, I guess, but it had zero human touch. Absolutely none.
And the result? You can probably guess. He got ignored. A lot. You know how it is. Busy shopkeepers, they're tired of hearing the same old robotic pitches day in and day out. So they just shut him down with all those classic lines we've all heard a million times. Why? Because they didn't see a person. They just saw another salesman. But then, one day, something clicked for Aryan. He decided to change his whole approach. And he went straight to the toughest, most difficult shop in the entire market. You know the one, where the shopkeeper is always stressed out and on edge. But this time he did something totally different. He didn't pitch, he just observed. So instead of immediately reaching for his sales bag, he actually looked at the shopkeeper. He saw the guy was super stressed, totally buried in his accounts. So Aryan's pitch, if you can even call it that, wasn't about a product at all. It was just a simple human gesture. And that one small act of empathy, it changed the entire dynamic of the room. That one sentence melted all the ice. And get this, he didn't just walk out with an order that day. No way. He gained a loyal client for life. That's the day Aryan learned maybe the most important lesson in sales. The real orders, the big opportunities, they don't come from your sales bag. They come from a real conversation. Okay, so Aryan's story is pretty powerful, right? But the big question is, how do we turn that amazing insight into something we can actually do? Well, let's break this whole art of human connection down into a practical 12-point plan that you can literally start using on your very next visit. All right, let's get into it. The first 4 points are all about making that crucial first connection. First up, use their name. Seriously, it shows respect and proves you see them as a person, not just a sale. Second, learn to actually listen. Don't just stand there waiting for your turn to talk. Hear what's really on their mind. Third, be smart and observe what's going on. If they're slammed with customers, that is not the right moment. Just wait. And finally, number 4, match their tone. If they're a fast talker, you be a fast talker. If they're more chill, you match that pace. It's all about mirroring. Okay, next up, we're going to move from just observing to actually building trust. And a fantastic way to do this is to ask for their advice. Ask them about market trends, make them feel like the expert they are. Then, and this one is huge, you have to keep your promises. If you say you'll call back on Tuesday, you'd better be calling on Tuesday. It builds reliability. Also, a simple one, respect their hospitality. If they offer you a cup of tea, you take it, graciously. And last for this section, give a sincere compliment. Notice something great about their shop, how they've arranged the stock, anything. Just make sure it's genuine. And this brings us to the final set of points, which are all about how you leave. Believe me, this is just as important as how you arrive. It all starts with pressure-free sales. Come on, if their stock is genuinely full, just respect that. Trying to force a sale only destroys trust. Instead, here's a great tip. Give them a little gift of information. Share a useful market trend you've noticed. It shows you're a partner, not just a pusher. Next, remember them during festivals. A simple greeting with zero sales pitch goes a long, long way. And finally, master the grand exit. Always, and I mean always, leave with a real smile and positive energy, whether you got the order or not. That's what makes them happy to see you the next time you walk in. All right, so to help all these powerful ideas really sink in and stick with you, let's go over some golden rules that kind of summarize this whole philosophy. Think of these as your personal mantras for winning in the market. Okay, remember this one. An order? That's just a piece of paper. It's for today. It's temporary. But the relationship you build? That's your legacy. That's what's going to secure your business for tomorrow and the day after that and the year after that.
Think about it from their perspective. Your customers are just swimming in this giant sea of products. Everyone's trying to sell them something. What they're really looking for is someone they can rely on, a trustworthy face in the crowd. Your job is to be that face.
You just can't buy real loyalty. It doesn't work that way. Throwing discounts and special schemes at people won't cut it. It has to be earned. It's the result of you showing up, being respectful, and being genuine. Visit after visit after visit.
Here's a great way to think about it. A great product might get you in the door that first time, for sure. But it's your character, your behavior, the relationship you build. That's what keeps them opening that door for you again and again and again.
You know, at the end of the day, true success isn't really measured in the number of boxes you sold or the targets you hit. The real wealth in this business, the thing that really matters, is the strength of the connections you've built. That is your most valuable asset, hands down. So it all comes down to this, really. If you want to unlock the secrets of the market, you first have to figure out how to unlock a human connection. The key to the wallet is almost always found through the heart. So as we wrap things up here, I want to leave you with a question to take with you out into the field. Think about your very next client visit. I want you to look beyond the sale, beyond your pitch. Ask yourself, what's my glass of water moment going to be? What's that simple human thing I can do?